Hello. Today we're going to look at the use of HaplaWave elastic muscle care tape in facilitating some adduction of the hallux where there is an abduction of the hallux on the first metatarsophalangeal joint. So what we're going to use then is initially a piece of 5 centimetre width HaplaWave tape, but we're going to divide it into 2.5 centimetres. And then we're going to run it around the medial side of the foot here, over the first metatarsophalangeal joint, along the course of the medial longitudinal arch, primarily over the muscle abductor hallucis, and then posterior, round posterior to the calcaneus and back to approximately the styloid process on the lateral side of the foot for our first piece. Okay, let's get that cut out first. Remembering when we measure this out, we won't need as much as we think because this tape is very stretchy. Okay, so first off then, let's measure what we need. So we're just going to run this round, run it round the calcaneus here to that cuboid notch just posterior to the styloid process. Okay, so that's how much that is, but we're going to cut a little way in because remember, as I've just said, the tape is quite elastic. As always, round off the edges of your tape, preventing catching on any hosiery. Let's pop that down there. But now, because of the size of the hallux, we don't really need quite as much tape, so we're going to halve this tape into 2.5 centimetres all the way up the length of this tape. Okay, let's put that to one side. Now, first of all with this tape, we're going to create an anchor point. The golden rule around this taping of elastic taping is no stretch at the anchor point. The stretch comes in the main body of the tape. So to create an anchor point, we just literally stretch the paper will tear, and we just pull and we peel that away, revealing our initial piece, which is the anchor point. This we attach to the medial side of the hallux, but trying not to, and well, to probably slightly on the apex side, on the medial side, but we don't want to cover the nail plate with this tape. Now, there's our anchor point. Now what we're going to do is pull away some of our paper to reveal our tape. And we're going to, under 50% stretch, that being 100%, halfway back is 50. We're going to, with good skin adhesion, apply this under stretch along over the first metatarsophalangeal joint, along the belly of abductor hallucis, medial longitudinal arch. Now, carrying around the posterior aspect of the calcaneus, under this 50% stretch. Now, placing the foot back down, we're just going to come round the lateral side to the base of the styloid process, and then we're going to let go. Now, here, I am just pulling the tape away and rolling the last part on, as that is our second anchor point. Now, with the waxy part of this paper, we now rub the paper for good skin adhesion, and this portion of the tape will create a slight adductory response, pulling the hallux into the centre of the midline of the feet here, but also allowing it motion. So this elastic recoil pulls that hallux into adduction. But we're not finished yet. We need a second piece, because often when there's an abductor response, often there is a rotatory component in the hallux too. So the second piece of tape we're going to apply addresses that rotation component of that abduction of the hallux on the first metatarsal head. So with the second piece of our tape that we have cut out here, again, just round this off a little more. You can use a different colour if you wish, or you can use the same colour. The colours were originally part of a colour therapy technique, but these days, in more contemporary days, it's mainly used for visualisation of the technique. So, breaking that piece of paper again. Here we are establishing our anchor point as previously. And this time we're going to put the tape on the lateral aspect of the hallux. So when we bring this round, it's going to rotate the hallux slightly. So we establish a second anchor point, again avoiding the nail plate, revealing the tape, and now we guide this tape under again roughly a 50% stretch, up and over the first metatarsophalangeal joint, over the dorsum of the foot, and to finish just slightly posterior to the calcaneus, overlapping the initial piece of tape. So I'm just rolling that round now. And again, using the waxy part of the paper, we just rub this on to give good skin adhesion. And so now we have a tape application where the hallux is being brought into AD or adduction, and there is a derotatory component as well, because to offset some of the rotation that accompanies this hallux abductus.